Hi guys, today we're making a plated dish. It's chicken al forno with salsa verde and parmesan mashed potatoes. Here's what it looks like. It's kind of all mushed together. um, Here's your ingredients and your directions. You're going to need olive oil, salt and pepper, a medium pot with a lid, a medium oven-proof pan, and an optional potato masher and food processor. I have a mini food processor, so I think I'm going to use that. In our dish, we have red skin potatoes. We've got a lemon, some butter, and some parsley. We've got some garlic. We've got some tomatoes, some grape tomatoes. We've got some chicken. They actually sent us chicken breast and not chicken thighs because something happened. I'm not sure what. Parmesan cheese, white wine, anchovy paste. I will spoiler alert, I probably won't be using the anchovy paste. Whatever it goes in, because no thanks. These are capers. And finally, some crushed red pepper. I think I said white wine, but if I didn't, there's white wine in there. Okay, so we're going to preheat the oven to 450. And I'm going to cut up the potatoes into pieces. I'm going to put them in the pot, cover with cold water by 1 inch. Then I'm going to pick the parsley leaves and get rid of the stems. Gonna mince the garlic, half the tomatoes, half the lemon. And in a small bowl, I'm going to stir together the white wine, half the garlic, salt and pepper, and then set that aside. And then I'm gonna move on to sear the chicken, but let me get all this started. Okay, so in this teeny tiny bowl, I am putting in the white wine, and I'm putting in half the garlic. I'm going to put in some salt and pepper. Okay, stirred it a little bit, and I'm just going to set it aside. Okay, now it's time to sear the chicken. I have patted it dry, and I have seasoned it on both sides with salt and pepper. Okay, so in the oven-proof pan, I put olive oil in, and I'm cooking the chicken breasts 2 to 3 minutes on each side to get them to brown up on medium-high heat. If this were chicken thighs, like it was supposed to be, you would just put skin side down and cook it about 5 minutes until you browned on the skin side. You're going to need another plate so that when this is done, you can take the chicken out for a minute while we cook some other stuff, and then we're going to put the chicken back in eventually. Okay, so I have turned on the heat to the potatoes to get them up to a boil. Normally you'd be waiting a while longer to turn on the heat because you're supposed to do it while the chicken is cooking in the oven. But since we're cooking breast, the chicken isn't going to take as long as it usually does, even like half the time. So I'm going ahead and starting up the potatoes now because it's going to take less time to cook the chicken. One more thing to add a bunch of salt to this, and we're going to, once it gets to a boil, we're going to cook this 12 minutes. Okay, so once the chicken's out, we're going to add in the tomatoes and the white wine garlic mixture, and we're going to cook that for a minute on medium-high heat. Okay, turn off the heat, put the chicken back in, and we're going to put this in the oven for 11 minutes. Alright, while that's going, I'm going to make the salsa verde. So, I've got my food processor, the bowl to it anyway. I'm going to put in the capers. And this is where you put in the anchovy paste, but I'm not going to, unless I taste it, and then I kind of go, oh, maybe I do need it. Then maybe, but I don't think so. Because I'm just not a fan of anchovy or anything. Okay, you're going to need some crushed red pepper. We're putting in the parsley. We're putting in the rest of the garlic. Now, if you don't use a food processor, you want to make sure that the garlic is really finely minced. Alright, we're going to add in juice of half the lemon. And then we're going to add in 3 tablespoons of olive oil. And I'm going to mix it all together in the food processor. And then I'm going to add salt and pepper to season it. Here's a little look at the salsa verde. I tasted it. It tasted okay with me. I don't know what an anchovy paste would do to it, but so there it is. Alright, so the last part is to obviously mash the potatoes with either a masher or a fork, or however you want to mash them. Okay. Alright, so put in the butter and then mash it up. Then you're going to add in the Parmesan cheese. How to plate is you're going to put some mashed potatoes on the bottom, then you're going to put the chicken on top, then you're going to add some of the tomato sauce, kind of, there wasn't really much sauce left, you're supposed to mash up the tomatoes so that the juice is released and you have kind of a sauce, but not really, and then you pour that over top of the chicken, and then you pour the salsa verde on top of that. And then that's it. Okay, so I'll be back to let you know what it looks like when it's all plated. Alright, here it is. First impression is that it looks cute on the plate, but I think this is the least amount of food that Plated has ever sent to us. So I'll be curious to see what it tastes like. Hey guys, I'm here to talk about the food. So everything tasted really good. Like I said, it was pretty small, but it filled me up, so that's always a plus. And there's no like extra amount of food. I ate everything. Even though I do tend to eat almost everything, usually, it just seemed like there was a little less of it. My only thing is that I would have put a little less lime juice in it. I think, like, if they had said, like, a squeeze of lime juice instead of, like, the whole lime juice from half the lemon, I think that was a little too much, because it paired with the wine sauce that was in the tomatoes. So the tomatoes are already, I mean, they're great tomatoes, so they were on the sweeter side. But being in the wine sauce, they were kind of, had that acidity to them, because they were, you know, wine and tomatoes, and then like the acidity of the lemon, and it was just a little too much. Like if I had just put just a tiny bit less lemon, it would have been absolutely perfect. But that being said, it was really good. I really enjoyed it. Everything tasted really good. You know, I never thought about putting Parmesan cheese, I'm not sure why, into my potatoes, but I'm definitely going to do that from now on. I still wish that there had been kind of a little bit more to the wine sauce. And I'm still not sure like how adding the anchovy paste would have made the salsa verde any different, but like I said, it was pretty good. So thanks guys for watching, and I'll talk to you guys in my next video. Bye!